Okay, good morning and happy Molina Monday. So today's topic is all about how to get your offer accepted in a low inventory market. And let me be clear, we get our business from real estate agents. So you, as the realtor, you go out there, you help find the client, you bring them to us, and we get the client financed. And this is the biggest problem that I've seen in this low inventory market is agents are just struggling to get deals accepted and clients are getting frustrated. So this video is going to help answer all those questions. All right. So we are 100% in a seller's market. Inventory is low, opportunities are minimized. So in the pursuit of getting your offers accepted, what I want to help you accomplish today is understand some of the right questions to ask, how to be prepared prior to the offer, how to actually present an offer, how to follow up after your offer is presented before they actually make a final decision. And last, I want you to walk away from this class valuing and respecting the agent-lender relationship and how powerful that marriage can be in the process of getting your offers accepted. Because who wants to waste their time having to write more and more and more offers? So without further ado, let's get right into it. Step number one, before we get into the tactics, step number one is getting into the right mind space, the right belief system to get offers accepted. When you believe in something strong enough, it is inevitable that it will happen. What you think about will come about. When you work on getting offers accepted, which is the end result, you have to truly believe it. Gandhi said it like this: your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values become ultimately your legacy. And if you go to the very beginning of it, what he was saying is if you don't believe it, you will never feel and see the achievement of your desired results. So for us, we have to truly believe that we are going to walk away from this video with one golden nugget that is going to help you improve productivity, time in our businesses. Step number two, preparation. It all starts with setting the right expectation upfront with the client. Timelines are longer now than ever before, and regardless of the realtor, clients are never going to get their first offer accepted. It's going to take multiple attempts. We at Cross Country, we used to tout that we can close in 10 days or less. That is not something that we are pushing. It is a different market that we are in today. From the agent's perspective, it all starts with how you refer your lender. The idea of giving 3 cards just says that none of your lenders are worth a darn and shows that you really don't have the trust in any one of them. So we have to remember that our clients want to be led. They are coming to you for a reason. So you have to do a good job of leading them to your lender. Multiple cards equals lack of confidence. You have to be confident in your lender's skills and what they bring to the table. The first step in this is understanding your client. You need to understand the following. Is this client an emotional client? Is this client an analytical client? Is this client someone who is super strong and always wants to be in control, right? It's the whole head, heart, and guts thing. When you understand your client, you can then understand how to match them with the correct lender. And let's be honest, all of us lenders, for the most part, have the same products. So then what it comes down to is connection, process, and execution. Write that down. Connection, process, and execution. Dive in, figure out exactly what kind of client you're working them with, and hand them off to the lender that will give them the best experience in connectivity. Okay. And when you have agents, clients, and lenders that are super connected, it builds that beautiful foundation that we call trust. And if you don't have trust in that triangle, all the other things that come into play afterwards when getting an offer accepted in a low inventory market are going to be a struggle. Step number 3, make sure your lender follows the same process every time and results in a fully underwritten pre-approval and DU. No half-ass pre-qualifications, only fully underwritten pre-approvals. Make sure your lender uses an RX prescription form. That's what we use on our team. This form gives the agent the maximum the client can qualify for, as well as the goals for where they are most comfortable. There's nothing worse than when an agent is going to write an offer and they don't know what the client can go up to. And then they have to track down the lender on a weekend while the lender is out at a soccer game or at the beach with his family. So make sure your lender puts you in a position of preparation. Step number 4, this is my favorite. If you want to make more money and get more deals accepted, ask better questions and listen. Everybody who has ever had extreme success in anything in their life has one key component in common. They ask a ton of great questions and they listen more than they speak. Know the buyer's end result. Know their short-term and long-term real estate goals. Know their MIT, their MIT. What is the most important thing to them during this transaction? You will find most of the time it's not interest rate, it's high communication, and treat me as if you or your family were buying this home. Ask them if they're willing to put down a hard, earnest money deposit, or if they walk away from the deal, it's staying with the seller. Are they willing to go down that road? Also, thoroughly mentally prepare them that this is not an easy task and that this is going to take multiple offers. That is very important. However, more importantly, in this market, know the seller's objectives in this transaction. Know the seller's MIT. Most important thing, prior to making an offer, we need to know from the listing agent's perspective what is important to the seller. That is the greatest question. And when the listing agent gives you an answer, dive into that answer and listen more than you speak. Because generally, it's 2, 3, 4 layers deep. And for every one question the agent asks you, ask 6 questions back. Be interested, not interesting. The more information you have on the front end, the better you are going to be in the offer process. And if you listen to the listing agent, they will give you cues on price, motive, desperation, if they have to sell, etc. The problem is we don't listen enough. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth. And we already know the answer to some of the questions, but sometimes you have to slow down and take it in. Example, what are some questions you can ask? What is important to your seller? What type of seller do you have? Thinker, feeler, knower, or super emotional? Are they willing to work with escalation clauses? Does the seller need any type of post-occupancy closing? Okay, so to recap the basic fundamentals, step number 1 is mindset. Step number 2, make sure they are thoroughly approved. Step number 3, know the objective of the buyer, short-term and long-term. Step number 4, know the objective of the seller, short-term and long-term. These are all key components. Okay, step number 5, strategy. So making the presentation and making the offer, that's what it all comes down to. Before presenting the offer, you have to call or do a face-to-face video with the agent to break down the offer to that agent. So you do a call or you do a face-to-face video call with the agent, breaking down the offer to that agent. That is first and foremost. The second thing is after you've made the call, then you email the offer with a video or a written letter to the listing agent. And make sure, this is critical, make sure the title of your video is simple and direct and to the point of the winning offer. The winning offer. Okay? Even when you call, you want to say, hey, my name is XYZ with XYZ Brokerage. I'm calling in regard to the winning offer on XYZ property. The next step in the process is you have to have your lender call the listing agent to provide that level of confidence that this buyer is super solid. And no offense, agents, but you don't answer the phone. So when your lender is calling the agent, make sure they double dial. If the listing agent doesn't pick up the first time, chances are they will answer then. Double dialing increases their chance of picking up by 73%. Okay. And have the lender send a video to the listing agent as well. Also, find out if you or your lender have a relationship with anybody at the agency the listing agent works for. That builds the triangle. Creating that confidence with the listing agent is critical. Okay, I don't know about your market, but everyone in Florida thought they could become the next great realtor. Therefore, we have a lot of newbies in our market. They're extremely confident, they're extremely arrogant, and they think that they know everything. But really, they know nothing. So you have to go above and beyond to give them confidence that this deal is going to go all the way through, because they're trying to find deals for themselves so they can double side it most of the time. So have the lender give confidence to the listing agent so they can give confidence to their sellers. That's a big piece of the puzzle. The final step in this process is very simply put. Once you've presented, once the lender has actually called, once you've gone through the first 4 steps, call and confirm how many offers have been presented. We started tracking 6 months ago how many transactions get in multiple offers. We are in a market where just over 70% of offers we are making are in multiple offer scenarios. And the majority of the time, we don't find out until all the other offers have been presented. So lastly, I am going to leave you with this pro tip. About 65% of transactions have something wrong with them, and 30% tend to fail. So follow up, especially if your offer was not accepted, and ask why. It's an opportunity to be in a backup positions. Top producers have a condition called IMA. I know I have it. All the top producers I know have it. They take immediate, massive action. If you are highly communicative, they are going to want to work with you. If they have to chase you down, they're not going to want to work with you. You want to make it easy for them. The top tier of producers are politely persistent. So with that being said, these are the 5 steps of how to get an offer accepted in a low inventory market. Guys, I hope that really helps. At least once a month, I'm going to make a Molina Monday video geared toward you, the agent, because we are super grateful that you send us so much business. And future topics that I'm going to address are lead generation, follow-up, getting them qualified, and the fear of renting versus buying. All right, ladies and gentlemen, go out there, have an unbelievable weekend, go hard, and crush it. I'll see you soon.